All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start here in about 2 minutes as soon as I fix this screen problem. But in the meantime, you can actually type in your questions in the question box and let me know if you can hear me. We're going to start in about 2 more minutes. Please start typing your questions in the comment section. Welcome to the call, everyone. So 1 more minute and we're going to get started. Just going to wait, see if anybody is running late. Today, I'm going to be covering different case studies in different markets. But before I talk about that, I want to see if anybody has any questions that they haven't gotten answered between now and maybe yesterday or even last week. Hello, Cheslaw. Richard's here. Hello, Richard. How are you? Lisa said, I put that link on my site from ClickBank, but how do I check it on ClickBank? That's a good question. I'll show you. Let me take a look at your site real quick. Yeah, this was the one I put on there for you, right? Or are you saying you created some new ones? Hey, Sean, how are you? All right, so I will take questions. Any other questions? And Lisa, I was asking a follow up on the question you asked. Where are the links that you said you put on your website? Hello, Andrew. Okay, so you're saying on this Venus factor, um, because I did this yesterday on the training call. I don't know if I did all three. Are you saying you did it too, or did I not do all of them? I think there were three links here, right? Did I do all of them or just the first two? In the meantime, I was going to show different case studies of different markets, and I always like using flippa.com for that. So I'm going to pull that up. This is Flippa.com is a great site to go to get ideas for your own specific market. So let's go to Flippa, and let me start by hitting record. But before I do, any other questions? Right, yeah, at least I made them pretty link. So what you said I had gotten them on ClickBank. So what are you trying to see exactly? You can check your sales on ClickBank, and then you can check how many people actually clicked on your links by going and logging into ClickBank and going to reports. I'll show you where. And they ClickBank also updated their site to make it look better, which is good. Okay, in this short training, I'm going to show you how to log into ClickBank to look at your stats. You just simply click on the login button here when you get to clickbank.com. And hopefully I can find my login information. I found it. So then you just click login. I have to agree to the new terms. This is usually what you have to agree to when you first set up an account, but I haven't logged in a while because I haven't used ClickBank in a little while. So I'm just going to hit submit. I read and acknowledged these messages. Okay, as you can see, no commissions in here because I haven't used it this pretty much all year. But where you would see your statistics is under reporting. You would click this reporting icon right here. And as you can see, it shows you any sales you've made. And as you can see, in 2014, I only made $88 on ClickBank, which isn't really that good. But you could click any of these dates right here on the left under period ending. Make that bigger. So if I click on period ending, then it shows me that period, and supposedly I got paid $88. Wow, I didn't even know. So that's that. And then you can also go to different sections called analytics. So this is another section at the top right called analytics. And then it'll show your analytics here. Can everybody hear me okay? Some people are saying, Lorita is saying, seems like two people are speaking at once. I can't tell which one to follow. Can everybody else hear me okay? Yeah, there's no, all you need to do on ClickBank is track your sales. As soon as you log into your dashboard, As soon as you log into your dashboard on ClickBank, it's going to tell you how many sales you've made as soon as you log into the dashboard here. And if you haven't made any sales, obviously you'll see all zeros like mine has, but then you can actually go to a certain period of time. Let's say I select 2012. From December. See, it has December right there. And then I can do 2012 here again. And then you could click go. And it'll show you if you have any sales for that period. And then I can even download a CSV file. And then it says I could only download it once every 72 hours. I could open it up. And it actually shows that in that time period, in 1 week, a couple of years ago, these are all sales that I made. And then it shows you the date, time. It looks like these are tests. Some of these are fees. So it's you actually have to look at the report very carefully, but it shows you the amount, the vendor, I'm the affiliate. And then I can see where these sales actually came from. So this is another way of looking at your sales, but the easy way is just logging into ClickBank. And as soon as you log in, it's going to take you to this dashboard page, which will show you how many sales you made this week, how many sales you made last week, and the 3 weeks before that. So that is how you log into ClickBank to see your sales statistics and see if you've made any sales. Now, if you have PrettyLink installed on your website, you can log in to see how many people actually clicked on your affiliate link through your website or your tracking links. Let's say you're tracking how many people go to the next article on your website that you want them to read. You can actually log in to the WordPress admin area of your website by putting in your domain name in the address bar with WP-admin after it, just like I have it here at the top. And I was already logged in. So I would just go to PrettyLink on the left side and click on it. And like I said in the previous training, it shows that 832 people clicked on the Diet Solution Program affiliate link. And it was 802 unique, which means it was 802 people clicked 832 times. And then for my affiliate link for the Truth About Abs, 649 clicks by 635 people, and so on. So that's how you can track how many people are actually clicking on your different affiliate links, because you'll have different names for them. And all you'll have to do is go to the PrettyLink section on your website, and you'll be able to see how many people are clicking on it. You could use this if you're promoting Amazon products, and you can use it when you're promoting ClickBank products, or you could use it if you're providing a service like Sean. If you're providing a copywriting service, you can see how many people are clicking on your About Us page. You can use a PrettyLink to track your About Us page and how many people are clicking on your Contact Us page. That way, that'll give you a good idea which pages on your website people are clicking on the most. And then maybe you need to redesign those pages so you can take advantage of the fact that they are clicking on that page to look at different things on your website. Does that make sense? Anybody else have any questions? Just saving that one, just in case any of you want to see that section again. Any other questions? Sue says, I'm late but here. Well, I'm happy you're here, Sue. Do you have any questions? I know you're late. We were just talking about ClickBank and logging in and being able to track your statistics. Yeah, you don't have products. Yeah, that's what your ClickBank account is. It's supposed to say the same thing mine says here. As soon as you log in, you don't have any products because you're promoting affiliate products. You can promote any product you want on ClickBank without really getting permission um, from the product creator. That's why ClickBank is so good. You don't actually have products. You're just promoting other vendors' products in ClickBank. So are you logged into your ClickBank account? If you're logged in, you should see a screen similar to this after you agree to the terms. So let me pull up Flippa. So what I was going to do is show some case studies. Hold on. I'm gonna make sure I record this again. Oh, and by the way, today's call is going to be short. Tomorrow's call is going to be a little bit longer. And I'm just going to show case studies on today's call. And then tomorrow we can go into more details about answering questions and things of that nature. Right now we're looking at Flippa.com, and I love coming to Flippa because after you've chosen a market that you want to go into, you can come to Flippa and see what successful sites have made and how much they sold for. It's just like buying real estate. For example, let's say you wanted to build a house in Memphis, Tennessee, but you've never been there. The first thing I would do is I would go to a site like redfin.com, because on redfin.com I can see how much houses were sold for in that area and see how long they were on the market. So for example, it says find home or sell home. So I'm going to choose find home. Since I live in Rancho Cucamonga, I can say find homes, and then it says for the most 500,000. If I click search, this is Redfin. This is real estate. I'm just using this as an example. But see, on Redfin, you can see all the homes that are available. And then on the right side, you can see how much they're selling for. And this one was sold for 490,000. So if I wanted to buy a house in the area, I could say, well, my house is probably going to be in the $400,000 range. That's the same thing you could do with Flippa, obviously, except that you're building from scratch. So what you want to do with Flippa.com is search for your market and then search for websites that were sold or listed in that market. So down here, if we go to the bottom, just looking at random sites that are listed, you can see featured listings. This website, tradingtips.com, has 6 bids on it, and it's right now only has a bid of $200, which isn't really that high. And then you can also see domain names being sold for $900, $300, $15,000. Sell.org is they're trying to sell it for $15,000, and there's been 16 bids on it. There's no website up at sell.org. Probably if we go to it, we can find out. Let's go to sell.org real quick just to take a look. So, as you can see, there's no website on sell.org, but it's just a good domain name. It's a one word domain name. It says, after much deliberation and discussion, we have decided to offer sell.org to the market, right? And they're selling it on Flippa. So, this is where I actually sold one of my websites for $40,000. That's why I'm using this website as an example, because it's a great place to find sites that are sold or trying to be sold. So what you want to do is, let's say you chose the real estate market. I could type in real estate up here, but instead of doing that, we're going to go to advanced search first. And then we're going to type in the word real estate up here. And we're going to choose one listings, which means sites that have been sold. One listings means someone won the listing. Is just like eBay. You have to bid for the site. So I'll type in real estate. I typed in real estate, listing format. You leave everything else the same except for one listings. So now all I have to do is hit search at the bottom. So here are the different sites that have been sold, and I can sort by lowest price, most recent, most watched, most bids. I'm going to sort by most bids because that will give you an idea how many people really wanted the website. Because if people really wanted it, then that means it's probably a good idea to use some of the techniques they used on their website to create or add content to your website. So, for example, Purchase Social was sold for $5,000. It was established a year ago. This website, URL hidden, WordPress site was sold for $20,000. Let's see if we can find some other good ones. A lot of times the keywords won't be relevant because I typed in real estate, but I'm not really seeing a lot of real estate sites. Like this site, stocktrades.ca, which stands for Canada, was sold 8 months ago for $2,300. And it looks like a regular WordPress site. It's not, there's really nothing special about it. Let's see. It's not even loading up anymore. So that website was sold for $23,000. It looks like it's loading now. It's just loading very slowly. So this is the site. Very basic. It's a blog format as well. And it was sold for $2,300. Then we have this website here. It says automated e-commerce store. Monthly revenue was 0. So they weren't even making any money with the website, but it says average 750 average daily orders. So maybe it started making sales. Let's see what this website is all about. So I don't even see this website up anymore. This happened with me too. So for example, I sold my website on here for $40,000. And then 6 months later, the new owner of the website took it down because a lot of these people that buy these websites it's kind of like gambling for them. They're trying to make money quick, resell it, or sometimes they just get bored and they don't even renew the site. It's crazy, but it really happens. Here's another site, Explore Medical Careers. That sounds very interesting. And it was sold for $19,000. See if we can find anything else. So there aren't really a ton in that category that I typed in up here, but of course I can change the wording a little bit to find different options, or I can just go to the categories, which is an easy way to do it as well. So I can go back here So it has main categories and we can show more niches, which is probably a little easier. So let me make the screen bigger. So I just made the screen bigger a little bit. So right here where it says niches, it says internet, business, travel, health and beauty, home and garden, entertainment, and let's click on show more. So these are all the categories that they added all of the websites in. And then all the way on the right side, you can see how many sites are in each category. I made it smaller so we can just see them all in one section. So in the internet category, there's 3,700 sites. So the most sites are in that category, then the 1,100 in the business, 700 in travel. Let's look at health and beauty since that's a market we recommend to a lot of people. So we're looking at health and beauty right now, and see, I have the word real estate on here. I need to take that off because it's basically narrowing down our search. So I'm going to go back to advanced search at the top. And then once I do that, there's nothing in this box here. And then at the bottom, there's other options. You can choose how much net profit, how much revenue, time remaining. I'm going to choose one listing, and then I'm going to choose auction price. So I only want to see websites that were sold for between $5,000 and let's say 50,000. I think that's all viable. So then we'll go down to the bottom and just hit search again. And then if we go back down on the left side to the categories and the niches, and we click show more on the left side. And then let's go to health and beauty first. So this domain name, Original Q Stick, the original Q Stick facial hair remover. Oh, wow. So they were selling this themselves. So this was their own product, probably, or they were drop shipping it. This site was sold for $12,000. There was only one bid. Health Search Online was sold for 5,500. Now this one is a very good example because this is using the method that we recommend. So basically, this website was only making $137 a month through AdSense, probably. So even though they were only making $137 a month on average, they were still able to flip their website for $5,500. How many times would you do that? It's really very easy to get a website that's consistently only making $137 a month. And then being able to sell it is even easier, especially if it's making any type of income. So as you can see, Health Search Online, let's go and take a look at the site and hopefully it's still up. So this is a very typical looking blog site. It's just a blog. There's nothing fancy about it at all. And this website was sold for $5,500. And this is an article on their site. No links in it at all. I'm pretty sure, however, they were making money with it was probably through Google AdSense, or maybe if we search this box, let's see what happens if I type in health in this box. I hit search. It just shows the articles on the site. So it looks like, however, they were making money with it before, the new owner probably didn't do anything with it, which is what happens a lot of times online. People don't end up doing anything with the sites or changing it. Let's see if we can find other interesting ones. The beauty pages was sold for $9,000. Let's see what's on this website. It was sold 3 months ago. So we're going to go ahead and go to the beauty page and see what that looks like. Thebeautypages.com. This is loading really slowly. That's one thing that could make you lose a lot of money. If your website takes 10 seconds to load, you probably need to fix something. In this case, this website just took at least 10 seconds to load, and it's probably because it's in the UK, because I just saw a UK. Here we go. Maybe that's why. I don't know if that's why, but this is the site. It doesn't look very attractive. So this is what I'm trying to explain to you, that your website is an asset. So if you're in a market, regardless of what market you're in, create multiple websites in that market, because you never know, you may be able to sell one of them, and then you'll be able to make money from the information that you were sharing on it in the long run, even if you don't make a lot of money in the short run. So whether you're selling your own product or someone else's, creating multiple sites in one market can be a good idea, especially if you want to end up selling one of them in the future. So we looked at a website in that market. Now we can go to another market. So we chose the health and beauty. So now we can choose to show us more markets. Let's see which one would be a good one here. I'm going to look under hobbies, because a lot of money is made from hobbies. You just have to choose the right hobby and set up your site appropriately. So let's see. We got pokertablestats.com was sold for $7,000. Allcandycrush.com was sold for $12,000. It's a site about the game Candy Crush, which people play on their phone all the time. Let's see what else we have here. That's interesting. I don't see anything else interesting. Candy Crusher. So websites about games sell really well. This website was sold for $6,500. The catsanddogs.com was sold for $15,000 for all you cat and dog lovers. Let's see what's on that website. So obviously, after looking at all these sites, this site isn't even up anymore. You see that? This happens all the time. Like I said, my website was sold for $40,000, and 6 months later, the new owner took it down and said I can have it back. And I never did anything with it again. I just let the domain name expire, because I figured if I sold it, I'm not going to try to make money from it again, because he might end up getting mad later. The owner, after he sees I'm making money with it again, even though he stopped using it. This website, findpoker.com.au, which means Australia, was sold for $40,000. Basically how much my website was sold for on here. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, so basically this site sends people to other websites where you can play poker, and you probably bet online. That's probably why it's so popular. And then it has poker in Sydney, poker in Newcastle. So this is an Australian site, obviously. So it's all the areas in Australia online where you can play poker. So this website was sold for $40,000, but it's still really simple looking. I mean, and you don't have to go for a home run. I wouldn't. It's fairly easy to sell a website for a few $1,000s um, over and over than it is to sell one website that's going to be $40,000 like I did, because obviously that would take a long time. It took 4 years for my website to become worth that much to be able to sell it for $40,000. But in that time period, we made $800,000 in sales with it. So obviously I could have kept the site if I wanted it, but didn't. So let's go back. Let's look at one more. I'll look at the business category. Wow, minorities.com was sold for $5,000. You got livepsychic.co.uk was sold for 7,500. The stock market basics was sold for $5,000. Keyword winner was sold for $5,000. That's pretty good. And thoughtful expressions was sold for 6,000. FindajobAlready.com was sold for 5,000. So Flippa will give you a lot of ideas, because the reason why you want to use Flippa for ideas is because if people are bidding on a website and it actually sells, it's probably a good idea to create a website similar to that, or add the same elements, or if they have certain types of products on their website, add it to your website. Why not? So that is a great way to do it. And here it even splits it up by revenue sources. Let's take a look at this. So, for example, if you're going to make money mostly through affiliates, then you can click on from affiliates. It says revenue sources. That means through affiliate marketing. And all of the websites that are in that category will pop up. So right now, these are the websites that made their money through affiliates. Andrew's Forex system was sold for 6,800. Meeting Wizard was sold for 45,000. Reviewouts.com. I have no idea what that website is about, but let's take a look at it to find out. Oh, here's a perfect example before I go there. This is a perfect example right here, laptopreviews.com. So this is basically the formula I teach anybody getting started to use, because it's an easy way to establish credibility is by doing reviews of products. So laptopreviews.com was sold for $8,400. Making it bigger there so you can see it. It was sold about 6 months ago. And this website had 29 bids. So that means people really wanted it. So now let's look at the site to see what it looks like. There you go. So it's a regular, this is just a regular blog. It has reviews of the different laptops. And these pictures right here, these are pictures it looks like they took with their cell phone or something. You see that? They didn't take these off of they didn't just download these off of websites. So that's an interesting way to do it. As you can see right here, that's the picture of the laptop, HP Pavilion DM4. I actually had this laptop. I know I still have this laptop. And this is their review. So if I click on this link, this is their affiliate link, and it says such as Amazon pre-configured, you can click here. So if I click right here, this will take me to the Amazon link for this specific product. This is obviously currently unavailable because this is an older model, but you could use that same layout for products and services if you're selling um, copywriting services like Sean, or affiliate products like Lisa or anybody else. So go to flippa.com, look at all of the websites they have on there, write down some notes. If you have questions, ask us, but it's a great place to go to see real websites that are made by real people that are actually making money, or even that were sold for thousands of dollars and not even making that much money yet. So it's a good place to go to see that, yes, I'm on the right track. All I have to do is continue following the blueprint that I'm on, and just use us to answer your questions as far as how to do certain tasks so things can take off for you. Hopefully that made sense. So I'm going to answer questions on all about all of that tomorrow, and then I can definitely send you the recording. I know a few people were asking for the recording. Can everybody still hear me though? Let me save this. So what did somebody say? Sue said, if you were looking to sell a site for 5,000 a few times a year, what kind of stats would you expect to see? $300 a month in revenue? Yeah, something along those lines, somewhere between 200 and 500 a month in revenue. And then you could sell your site from anywhere from 5,000 to, I would guess, maybe 8,000 on the high end if it's a really good domain name. Hopefully that makes sense. So hopefully you all found that helpful. I did record that, so I will send out the recording to it. Could you see what I was showing on the screen, by the way? Thanks, Richard. Great, great, great. So I'll send everybody the recording. We'll have the admin send it to you. And I will see you all tomorrow. We're going to have another call tomorrow, same time, same channel. And could everybody see what was going on my screen, though? Because we switched from GoToMeeting to make it easier. I just wanted to make sure everyone was following along. Yes, you could put in a minimum bid just like eBay. Yep. Kim said kind of blurry. Yeah, it's not as clear as GoToMeeting. I could also try Ustream with this same platform, but we'll see how this works out for a little while longer. And I did, yeah, it's supposed to redirect you to a Google Hangout, but it should have been our Google Hangout. Rich said small and a little blurry. Yeah, I agree. Wallace said saw it all. So yeah, I'm going to attempt to, even when I was making the screen bigger, was it still hard to see? Mary said, could not see the search box in Flippa. You are on YouTube, Rebecca said. Yep, it uses YouTube. And Jim said too small and too blurry. Yeah, I'm going to try Ustream too. maybe that will be the best of both worlds because I'm trying to find an alternative to GoToMeeting because some people were having problems with it. No problem. Yeah, I want your feedback. And then Ken said, could be a little larger for us with poor sight. Yep, I had to put on my glasses too. And then Sue said, when I go to Google Hangout, I lose the comment chat room. Yeah, don't go to Google Hangout. I don't know why it would have sent you there. You shouldn't have clicked on that. So just next time, just stay here. Yep. So I'm going to try, we're going to keep trying different platforms, but as long as you could see me. And then Sean said screen should be bigger. Yep, definitely. I agree. Yep. I'm going to try Ustream too. They say supposedly that streams in HD. So I'm going to try that one. Maybe we could try that one tomorrow. All right, everyone. Have a great evening and we'll talk tomorrow. And Richard, yeah, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Good night, everyone.